camera right. For real, I be trying to get it right, okay? Oh my God, because sometimes, like, yes, sometimes, like, listen, I be having to come on here, PJ'd up. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Poopa Stars. It's your girl Shay Renee, and I want to welcome y'all back to my channel. Oh my God, and back to a new Diddy video. Listen, did he do it? Mm, mm. Yes, yes. The truth of the matter is, they got him in court, Poopa Stars, and I feel like he did. But let me tell y'all something. It's going down to the wire. You see, you're like Shaka Khan and Kanye West said. This is getting down to the wire. Ooh, child. I said them folks in court finna get down on it. Get down on it. Hey, get down on it. You better get down on it. Get down on it. How you gonna do it if you really don't wanna dance? While standing on the wall, get your back up off the wall. You see? Let me tell y'all something. If I'm the government, like, I would just hate to be the government right now. It just is what it is. I would hate to be the government. Because let me tell y'all something. One thing about court, they don't care, they don't care, they don't care. Everything is about facts, okay? It's all about facts. And that's what Diddy case gonna boil down to, okay? Yeah. It just is what it is. Like, the government, they have the burden of proof. All right, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know let me tell y'all something. And I ever tell y'all I love Judge Judy. Damn, you see, that's my girl. Judge Judy is my girl. Mm. She is so crazy. But like watching Judge Judy, I have learned a lot. You know. And at least about, I guess I would say, where's she at? Is she in Cali or New York? That's what I always be confusing to me. California law or wherever she is. That's what I learned a lot about. That's crazy. But anyway, like if you in court, you can know that you know that you know that you know that somebody came to your house and busted out your window, right? But if you didn't see them and you ain't got no witnesses that saw them, you see, I said, Judge Judy just ain't gonna be trying to hit it. Yeah, shout out to that. I said she just ain't gonna be trying to hit it. Hey, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning. Shout out to you for jumping in my comments. Okay. Yes, baby. You better hit that like button, okay? And represent. You see, you better just represent being here. Um, oh my gosh, y'all. My hair. I gotta get it together. But like I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm really chilling because I'm gonna go. I think I wanna go swimming this weekend, you see. So like yeah, that's how we giving it up. Um, because I'm definitely not gonna do nothing to it. Not before that. Okay, so shout out to that. But anyway, listen, y'all know we gotta talk about court. Give a recap and talk everything that was going on in court. Okay. Now, first of all, y'all let me know what y'all see because, like, yeah, I got my everything. Yeah, you see, um, like Megan Stallion said, stomach out, teens and yeah, what about it? Doodle and stop shit, look good, holler about it. That's my song. That's my song, y'all. Let me tell you something. I told y'all, like, when I work out, baby, it's just certain music that's gonna take me there. You see, I said it's just gonna take me there. It's gonna take me all the way there. Hold on, y'all. Let me yeah, do a little something to myself. You see? Oh yeah. Shout out to that. Cause we're about to get it started. We're about to get it started in here. So shout out to that. Now listen, y'all. Yeah, see, mm, 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 mm. I'm definitely about to get some of my day started. It just is what it is. I go get dressed after I get with y'all, and then I'll be back too. So don't forget to come back. You see, like Craig said on Friday, hey, come back. You see, because we got stuff to talk about. It just is what it is. Now listen, in court, court is getting like it's a little boring. You see, it just is what it is. It's they getting down to the wire. Uh, like the people said in that song, and like, ooh, I, like I would just hate to be in there right now, cause them people have like they got some big shoes to fill. Everybody in that courtroom. And it's crazy. And this is the thing, like, I want to know what y'all think. Like, what do y'all think? Because a lot of people is feeling like Diddy is like, this is what people keep feeling like. Like, to me, they acting like his crime was like so, a little. You know what I'm saying? Which I told y'all, that baby oil stuff, You see, we don't need to be talking about the baby oil like that. Nah, we don't. Because it's like, it's overshadowing like what he was really doing. It just is what it is. But anyway, listen, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I won't say I don't care. It's just like I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like neutral, if that makes sense. Um but it is what it is. Myself personally, I do feel like the government has the burden of proof, and I do feel like they, have came on with it. You see, the only problem, not the only problem, because it's a lot of them actually, but I think the problem is, like some of the charges. You know what I'm saying? Like, will they stick? Like, are they gonna stick for real? Like that's what his problem gonna be. That's what they problem gonna be. But anyway, so they was talking about a whole lot of who pop John, right? They are in court right now. It just is what it is. They're going over a lot of stuff that we already knew, but again, it's just loose ends. You know what I'm saying? Like they making stuff crystal clear. You see, it just is what it is. Oh yes. Oh yes, Miss Presser Girl. They doing their thing. They working. It just is what it is. These people is working overtime. Let me tell you something. They put together a good ass case. Okay, it just is what it is. So they was showing stuff being paid for by Bad Boy. Okay, flights for James, videos, charts, travel information, hotel invoices, wires with Diddy on it, recordings, hotel stays for escorts. Um, and they said it's been like 40 encounters. Child, they didn't. Child, I see right now. Yeah, I said I see right now. They be like, ooh, baby, now. You see? I see right now. The feds be like, "Oh, you got the right one, baby." They like right. They like Ray Charles. You see. Anyway, Diddy spent a lot on freak offs, y'all. A lot. 5,000 a pop. But they, like I said, let me just say this: they counted them. Like these people counted how many freak offs they had on their hands, and according to them, they counted up 40 different encounters from 2021 to 2024. Um, crimes, all crimes. You see, that's what a lot of people fail to realize. See, a lot of spectators, um, and people on the sideline watching. Cause see, remind you, we like, you know, y'all want the truth. Y'all have to be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got now no nothing in nothing. These folks, oh, at work, okay. Mm. I said these folks that got Diddy in the courtroom right now, this is just an everyday, it's just another normal day for them, okay? They at work, you see. And the freak offs was crimes, according to these people. These people, now I know a lot of people on the street, and they keep saying that it was just the S word, right? But according to these people, uh they were 40 different crimes, okay? From 2021 to 2024. At $5,000 a pop. So you do the math on it, that's 200 bands. And I'm like, well, damn. That wasn't nothing to Diddy. Nothing. But I still believe it cost him more than, because now he got to pay these high profile lawyers to stop it out from catching his ass. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he in court trying to protect his ass right now. Period. The same one that he had up in the rooms. You see, I said he was just carrying it around and sashaying up in the rooms. According to these people. But anyway, let's continue. So they got text messages from Jane. Who, I ain't gonna lie. This have in this juncture, you see, right now, Jane is looking like real, like next to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You got, well, wait. You got Diddy, KK, and then it's Jane. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Like she just too involved. Which again was one of Diddy's tactics, though. It was one of the things that he thought he was getting smarter with. But they got text messages from her. You know what I'm saying? Where she talking about, I don't want to feel obligated to keep a roof over my head. Diddy talking about some girl style. See, this is the thing though. I think Diddy kind of possibly, kind of, sort of, you see, at some point thought that Jane was probably working with the Alphabet Boys. Mm, mm. I do. But I feel like his addictions, meaning everything he liked to feel good, Lord, feel good, you see. Um, just took off his mind. Just write it out his damn mind. Anyway, so they got exhibits of folks getting flown out, exhibits of folks getting blown out. Yeah. Mm. I mean, they showing freak out videos in court. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. And it make you wonder, like, it kind of do make you wonder, like, okay, do they really got this man in court just to embarrass him, drain his pockets a little bit, and like let him back out? I mean, just sit him back outside. That's wow. Okay. Uh, listen. If nothing else, I think Diddy should have to get some type of help. You see, like if Doughboy, if the Doughboys in the hood gotta take classes, so should Daddy. You see, uh, mm, mm, yes, give Miss Press Curly the class or two. You see, it just is what it is. Um, hold on. Yeah, because you're supposed to be going to get flown out and get blown out. Can you imagine that? Imagine that. See, cause like y'all be complaining when whatever happens on y'all trip, but like imagine somebody, yeah, cause y'all know it was a thing. It was a thing just recently where everybody was like, yeah, fly me out, flued out. I want to get flued out, flued out. You see. Y'all was on that. And like, can you imagine getting flown out and then supposed to be getting busy? You see? The busiest of your life for 72 hours straight. I can tell you that right now. Lord. I said, now that's a hell of an exchange. Mm, mm. You just want too much. It just is what it is. This just is what it is. And then right on cue, they got text from one of the assistants talking about send in the nurse with a bag. You see? All that partying. All that partying. And now you need an IV. First of all, I absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's just like Cat Williams say, you got to tell him no. Like where was the people willing to say no? You see, that's it. Just absolutely not. Mm, mm. Diddy needed some people around him that was gonna say no. And then you got text from Brandon. Um, yeah, that was Brendan talking about send the nurse. Then they talking about Chelsea. He moving his bitches around. You see? Yeah. Yeah. The ones he texting. Is you texting bitches? No, did he? Mm. And according to these text messages, he was. They was talking about Chelsea gonna move out the house once Jane leaves. Hold on, Chelsea gonna come from the room. Okay. Y'all know it's a Chelsea that's been coming up. She's supposed to be one of Diddy's girls. And that well, this is they think it's her. Okay. The same one that got a lawsuit on Diddy out right now. Behind the freak offs. You see, like the freak offs, they costing him a lot. So at the end of the day, they cost him way more than that 5,000 that he thought. You see what he did was he thought he was just paying 5 bands and whatever hotel costs. So this is all Rico. They all getting into the Rico, if you ask me, of it, because they showing all the bits and pieces that his team was doing. They showing, that like a lady named Jessica putting together the flights for these people. Okay, shout out to Daquan. Daquan said free Diddy. Shout out to that. It's, you know, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that want Diddy free. Now, um, and then they got text messages of Diddy. Lord have mercy. He getting into it with the agency. Yeah, he trying to talk shit. Excuse me, he trying to run, you know, he trying to check the agency about the man not being able to perform. And they was like, listen, we wouldn't care if y'all was fishing. Hold on. They didn't listen. We don't care if y'all go swimming, fishing, or skydiving. You still owe him for his time. So where that $600 that you see? Mm, mm. Diddy trying to complain about the man not performing, and the people at the the escapade place. With the little runners they got that'll come run down on you and put it on you for whatever fee it is. Yeah, they was talking crazy. You see, they was talking crazy to Diddy. Okay. I said, ooh, child. This is how the wealthy get that freak on, like Missy Elliott said. They calling up. Ooh. Ew. You know, like I understand, but I don't. You know, like I don't. I understand, but I won't. You see? Just now. Just now. I don't. And I won't. I was just trying to say that. Like, I don't see what's wrong with like a normal interaction. Just a normal interaction. Now, I get it at the same time. Some people don't want to wrestle. Some people don't want to wrestle, so they just like to just throw it in the bag. You know, just throw it in the bag and lie down. That's a mess, though. That's a mess. Like that's. I would just say that's a sad way to live. That's a sad way to live. You rather live that way, than just in matrimony. You see, like in holy matrimony. Like it's crazy. At the end of the day, when you really think about it, yeah, it's stupid. I mean, when you really, 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 really put your finger on it, like you doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? You ducking marriage like a Mary J. Blige dance. Child, bye. You know? Where you could just have you some fine shit. You see? Yeah. You know, got a little fine, you know? Yeah. That's me. You see? Like, okay. Like, now, I keep telling y'all, Diddy took a different route. Like, he need help, too. Mm. According to who you ask, okay? And if you ask me, I just feel like sometimes the system, you see, the system, they just have all these services, okay? I just feel like Diddy need to take advantage. He take advantage of some services. It just is what it is. After all of this thing came out, so they got me so on text from Jane, okay, in court to the entertainers. They got Diddy on voicemail telling me he need more baby oil. Like, how did I run out? Can you bring me 20 more bottles of baby oil in this M&F, up in this M&F? Like, straight like that. I'm like, you know what? They got a text from Diddy talking about I need such and such out here. A man. Look, a man. His voice. His voice. They got Diddy, his voice, calling up his plug. I said, ooh, child, take the what and leave the what? They was all in this bad business. And I can honestly say, I think we are annoyed, because I do think they found out way more than they willing to share with us. But you gotta understand the way these people work. It just is what it is. Like it's life. You know, um, I think they found way more. Like for instance, when they asked, oh boy, they said, is Jane the only one that be doing freak offs? He said, yeah, that he know of. See, KK ain't gonna say that. Cause I feel like KK know better. You see, I feel like KK know the real. Now, who I'll be having freak offs, we don't know. This is the thing. I feel like we won't know who be having freak offs unless they let us know. For instance, Gina. I feel like Gina be getting her Lauryn Hill on in a sense, like she be getting them house softly. You see? Yeah. Shout out to little Gina and shout out to that. She do. She be no, they can't stand Gina. And I think it's partially because they don't know Gina business, for the most part. To me, they don't know Gina business. To me, if they knew Gina business, they would have been and dropped that dun dun dun. And when I say they, I mean lots of them. I mean young Miami though. She talk like she know Gina business. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. But I feel like Cassie and this other one in court, they don't know. 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 And Gina like that. You see, she like that. I like that. She like that. She do. She like it. Which I feel like was a little smart on Gina's part, especially if she been doing freak offs. Child, listen, you see, Gina said, she said her family won't know that. And see, this is the thing too. People like Cassie and Jane, they was afraid for the freak offs to get out there. Ultimately, they was afraid. Now I'm looking at all of this. I don't think Diddy ever wanted the freak offs to get out there. I don't. I think he might have used them like like talking ish. Like I show somebody these tapes. You know what I'm saying? You better quit playing with me. I think he did like that, but ultimately, I don't think he ever wanted them to get out. That stuff was for his own little nasty personal usage. You see? Let me see. Hold on, what they say. Yeah. At one point, they got text messages from Diddy talking about, I'm out of baby oil. I am out of baby oil. And KK assuring him that son will be delivered to his door. And I said, well, I be damned. You know what I'm saying? I said, I be damned. I stand corrected because I thought KK was on a whole different level. Like, listen, we finna hire some mama up under me. Well, I ain't got to hear or talk about no baby oil no more. But you see, KK even had to hear about baby oil. So, like, this was a serious issue with Diddy. And one thing I can say, like, I feel like I just wonder what the kids thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids probably ashamed in some kind of way because they probably like baby oil. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, this is like, it's been, I feel like they've been around it. I feel like they grew up around baby oil. You know what I'm saying? And like for whatever reason, them knowing, you know what I'm saying, that like Diddy like it a lot. Like they had to hash out. They had to hash it. They just had to you see, because there's no way. Like for instance, it came up in court that Diddy has a restroom. You know what I'm saying, in his house that's called her restroom. It's her restroom. Her could be anybody, you see, because he ain't got no Mrs. Diddy, which is what he need, I guess. You know. But again, no Mrs. Diddy. No, none. Not one. He ducking and dodges marriage and right up in court. Uh Now, you know, one thing that I will ask to a lot of people that's been up in the courtroom, how is Diddy looking for real? Like, how is Diddy looking? Can y'all share that? Like, how is he looking for real? Do he look like himself just with gray hair? Or because they saying he got gray hair. And it's just I just cannot imagine. I want to know what Diddy look like for real. You see? That's it. Um, yes. They got KK. He got KK still dealing with baby oil. Like, child, bye. Like that shit was serious. It was a serious thing. But again, in court, they showing that these people is down for Diddy and they know what he doing. Um, They got a text from Jane asking for bank account information. Diddy to Jane saying he sent her 15K. At the same time, right after that, he texting Paul, asking Paul, is he in LA? It just seemed like they started like, I don't know. It got weird, you know? Because Jane started like, hey, I need some clothes. And Diddy sending her $15,000. But this is the thing, like, I don't know if that was real. You know what I'm saying? A part of me feel like that was kind of faking for the feds a little bit. Cause like he liked to pay 5K. 5K. You know what I'm saying? To people. Maybe Jane started getting 5K. Then the other 5K was for the other men or something like that. Cause sometimes it would definitely be two at a time. He was asking Paul, is you gonna meet us at 9:30? Which is weird. Another weird thing to me. Diddy is having freak offs with his personal trainer. Wow. Um, but again, but again, illegal. Illegal activity, okay, according to the police. It just is what it is. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people, hold on, we're gonna get to my final thoughts because I'm almost wrapping this up. Shout out to that. I'm not even finna be on here that long, y'all, because y'all know I got business to take care of, but I'm gonna be here about a good another 30 minutes. So, yeah, but listen, Frank. Frank. Okay, so yeah, they got a text from Diddy saying, hey, Frank, set up the room. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the room is set up right. Okay. And see, I believe they were saying, that Frank in particular would like set the room up with, you know what I'm saying, rhymes with rugs, you know, stuff where they can have a funky good time. You see, extra funky good time. You see, because like that's our thing here. Mm. We have a funky good time here. You know what I'm saying? And usually pretty much sober. So like, They be having an extra. Diddy be having an extra probably good time. It just is what it is. They got him again. They got him reaching out to the plug and stuff like that. Give me 5 extra bottles or something. And they also called out Anton's real name in court. Crazy. That was crazy. Shout out to all of y'all for jumping in my comments saying good morning to y'all. Now hold on. Now we down to my final thoughts. Okay, so shout out to that. The government got the burden of proof. Y'all jump in my comments and let me know how y'all feel like all of this is gonna go down. I feel like the baby, you see, they have the burden of proof. And like I think that's why Diddy's defense decided to go the route that they going. Cause like again, his team, they to me, um, they just full of tactics. You know what I'm saying? So like resting their case the way they want to rest it, cause they supposed to be resting tomorrow or Wednesday. Like it's this is basically a wrap. And I can't wait. The truth of the matter is I can't wait. Y'all know how like it for everybody that watch sports, the NBA just ended and like the last games was being played and like ultimately it was just long story short, it was 7 games that was played and it was just like, oh child, like it was so you know what I'm saying? Like it was so entertaining, interesting. You know, like we was on the edge of our seats trying to see who was finna win, you know what I'm saying? These finals, who's finna win it all. You know what I'm saying? The season is over. So the people who win, they win it all, right? And shout out to Oklahoma City. Congratulations to Oklahoma City because they the ones who took it. It is still what it is. They took it. You see, they just took it. I said they just took it. But we talking about that later on. So shout out to that. But like the anticipation and like, that's how I feel about the Diddy case too. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's time. It's time. It just is what it is. He wanted a speedy trial. Shout out to him. Child, remind me of Elvis. Cause yeah, he wanted a speedy trial and got the people in court rocking and rolling. It just is what it is. They rocking and rolling. So like he got the fastest trial I ever heard of in history, child. And so yeah, shout out to him for that. But like the government, now the ball is all on them, y'all. Listen. It's gonna boil down to how good they presented their case. Okay. Now I will say this though. Hold on. With that being said, I do think the government presented their case good enough. I do. I do. I think I do think that some of the charges might not necessarily stick because I just feel like they went hard, if that makes sense. You know? And that's the only thing. I don't know if they can get the jury to be like, you know what I'm saying? I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Like, I think it's the charges, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like when people commit the M word, right? Y'all know how when they do that, court be having to then decide, okay, are we going to charge them with first degree, second degree, attempted, manslaughter, you know, like it's 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 like it's not just clear and cut. They be having to make a decision. So with Diddy stuff, I feel like they might have, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just like they keep tossing around all these big big sentences. And I think that like that might be, the problem. Ultimately, that's what I think. Because I think crimes have been committed. They have proven that. But then you got these big charges like a RICO. You know what I'm saying? Like when people hear RICO, like when the average person hears RICO, they be thinking lots of time come with that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the problem lies, because y'all, it's almost like y'all overpromised on the RICO charges, you know what I'm saying? And under delivered. But that's what the public think. Like we have to remember that like we outsiders looking in, this is not our playground. We cannot come in there and tell these people how to do their job. But I do think that like that's where the problem lies. I don't understand why they pick a jury full of public people like us to like put that burden on us. That don't make no sense to me. I think a jury should be full of people in law. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like there should be law students up there and real attorneys. Like, yeah. Because let's talk about it. For real, for real. Now, I know they be saying that we supposed to have a jury of our peers. But to me, I get it, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, our peers don't really be knowing. Like, let's be real. What the hell does our peers know about a RICO? You see, I wouldn't want my peers to, tell the judge if I'm guilty or not of a RICO, because I feel like my peers, they don't necessarily get it like that. But I guess now that I'm saying it, that will work out in somebody's favor. You know what I'm saying? Because you do want somebody that's inexperienced that don't know like that. Because I guess, you know what I'm saying, when you think about it, like people that know law, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, he's definitely guilty of a RICO. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. But I will say, I just feel like the burden is, like, heavy, if that makes sense. For the jury. The jury. You know what I'm saying? Now a lot of people thinking Diddy gonna walk. I feel like the only way Diddy walks in this case, okay, and I'm just giving my final thoughts and I'm giving my opinion, y'all. I feel like the only way that Diddy gonna walk in this case is if Trump let him out. It just is what it is. Yeah. If Trump give him a chance to glide and slide around in some fancy shoes, then yeah, that'll be about the only way. Because at the end of the day, I do feel like crimes have been committed, crimes have been proven, and then in that case, you get a guilty. You know what I'm saying? Now, guilty all across the board, I can't see that. I cannot see that. Not right now. Not right now. Because again, like I said, the courts, they have, to me, this is my opinion. I know I feel like they haven't even crossed that bridge yet. But at the end of the day, like they have to make it crystal clear to the jury the time that he is up against, Because I just feel like for somebody who fraudulently paid for stuff through their company and fraudulently got prescriptions and fraudulently like took, you know what I'm saying, the serial numbers off of a pow. I just feel like that isn't worth life. And that ain't worth 25 years and stuff like that to me. So like they're That's the thing. See, that's the thing. That's another thing about the feds too, though. Um, I feel like when they come for you for real. And they don't really come for no play stuff. Honestly, I think they want at least 20 piece up out of Diddy. I feel like 20 to 25 years, because this is the thing. I feel like they think he been doing stuff. You see, finally, you know what I'm saying? And they feel like finally it has happened to me. You see, and they just can't hide it. They ready. They feel like he ain't finna, you know. Um, yeah, they like, no, he ain't finna join Slip and Slide Records with Trick them. You see? Like, now, we got him, you know. Got him, coach. You see? Yeah. They feel like they got him. It just is what it is, and they ain't trying to let him go like that. But that's the thing. They ain't on the jury. You know what I'm saying? They're not on the jury. And like, you got a lot of people. You have a lot of people that, to me, they want to normalize crime for Diddy. Yeah. It just is what it is. I see that. I see a lot of that going on right now. See, because you got something called the internet, right? And everybody is just giving their opinions and throwing their opinions around and giving their opinions and throwing their opinions around and giving their opinions and throwing it around. And like, if you're easily swayed by what a lot of people saying, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, it's feeling like Diddy ain't really did nothing like that. You know, a lot of people, they feel like he ain't did nothing but been freaky and like, it's like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? To me, those are the people that like, you know what I'm saying? People that know how to just straight lie to your face. You see? Just tell a bald face lie. You see? You know, like them kind of people. Like people that would try to convince you of something that you know ain't true. Like, get the hell on. You see? Those kind. And yeah, it just is what it is. Y'all want to normalize crime. You know? And when I say that because they just want to keep saying that, like they feel like these women was down with it. Okay. That's how I feel like the police feel like, okay. You see, like, what else can they say to that besides okay? You know? But like at the end of the day, so he still go to jail. That don't make no sense. 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 You see, it's almost like it's almost like, let's say Diddy took 3 guys and let them flood the streets with rhymes with rugs. You know what I'm saying? 3 little dudes, 3 little street runners. You know? And then when they all get caught up, people like they agreed to it, they agreed to it, they agreed to it. Yeah, they did. But so, Diddy still in trouble though. Is Diddy not still in trouble? He not gonna get in no trouble. Nah, that's not how police and crime and all of that work. They gonna be like, yo, we want y'all little stupid ass too, but him. You see, it came from him. But y'all said it came from him though. You see? And like that's why we finna go raid his spot and all of that, all of that, all of that. You know, it's like people want to give Diddy a pass. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Why? You see? Why? Like why? Just why? Like, is it because you hoping that like if it was you, people would do it for you. I mean, like, you see, like, just, it's to me, it's just like the Tory Lane situation. I think you got a lot of people who feel like, so, you see, I think Tory even feel like, so, I did it. Let me out this bitch. You see, I feel like that's how Tory feel. Let me out this bitch. I did it and what? You see? Like the punishment don't fit the crime. I should have been out. Or, whatever. This a little slap on the wrist. I should got 3 years for this. Maybe Tory feel like he should be out on 3 years paper. But like, yeah, we getting down to my final thoughts. Like, that's what I feel about it. I feel like people is just trying to normalize. They starting to try to normalize crime, which is crazy, because at the end of the day, like I said, this ain't my job. This ain't y'all job. So we don't really know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we don't know that we know that we know that we know. You know what I'm saying? Because some of us ain't no spring chickens. I'm not no spring chicken. I'm not, you see? Um, yeah, shout out to that. I've been here for a minute. And with that being said, like, I don't know every single law there is to be broken in my town, in my city, where I'm at. I'm sure they got some things on there where I would be like, wow, really? It's just like, so like, we don't know. At the end of the day, we don't really know. You know what I'm saying? We just going by what they saying. And according to them, you see, because they break it down. According to them, this man is, committing crimes. And I think that S stuff in particular, you know what I'm saying? He I think that they have proven that. You know what I'm saying? Like, overly proven it. And I take it a step further. Like, if the RICO, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. If the RICO wasn't involved, y'all, in my hearts of our hearts, I feel like this would just be like, yeah, and then everybody be like, okay, well, how much time he gonna get? You know what I'm saying? Then it'll be a conversation of how much time he gonna get. How much time he gonna get. But I think the RICO has people a little on edge, have people a little afraid, have people thinking that, like, that particular charge might hide Diddy, you know what I'm saying, and have him in jail for real, for a long time. Almost like, what's his name? Big Meech. You see, a lot of people feel like they trying to Big Meech Diddy, and they don't. You see, like, that don't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, which I get that. I get that, because at the end of the day, his stuff just wasn't that bad. It looks like it wasn't that bad, depending on who you ask. But you also gotta understand that, like, look, you also gotta understand that, like, we look like that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And I think that like, I hate to say it, but like, there's a difference. I feel like there's a huge difference in opinion, from the way people look to the way people think. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say that. Because I don't care what nobody say. I think that when you in them courtrooms, them people be like judging you by your crimes for real. See, because I heard this woman saying that, like, ultimately when the judge hands down his sentence, right? At that point, anybody's attorney, not just Diddy's, anybody on trial, but we gonna say Diddy because Diddy on trial right now. At that point, his lawyers can take information about Diddy, all the good he did, and the judge will take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? When he go to handing down his sentences, his sentence. So, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, child, you know what I'm saying? Um, like that's what it boils down to. But like I was trying to tell you, I think the people in court, like, period, they be like, that could have been my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I think that because like that's how I think that that's how court is set up to be ran, and like that's the outlook that they or maybe, you know what I'm saying, let me just say this, they feel like it could be any of us out here, you know. And I think that they have to take that into consideration, and to me, y'all, that's a huge consideration. Okay, please believe, please understand, you know what I'm saying, it is. Like, I know a lot of people want to see Diddy free. Shout out to y'all, and shout out to that. I'm, you know, like, listen, I'm walking on sunshine here, I'm walking down the middle, it don't really matter to me. But at the end of the day, you know, I do feel like y'all gotta understand that, though, you know what I'm saying. Y'all gotta understand that, y'all gotta understand that, y'all gotta understand that a free Diddy is like a Diddy that's just free to do what he was doing before he got locked up. You know what I'm saying? Which, that's crazy. You know, to me, it just is what it is. To me, that would be crazy. You know, because at the end of the day, like I feel like even though people was cool with what Diddy was doing, or they act like people was cool with what Diddy was doing, because I don't think they was always cool with it. I just think they got used to it. I think I also, no excuses. I think that they did it for different reasons. You see, and with that being said, I don't care, is still unexcusable. You know what I'm saying? Like, people try to make it seem like because he had people that was like, okay, fine, let's do it, then it's cool. And I don't agree with that. You see? I just don't agree with that. And so, like, with that being said, like, they have to take that into consideration. And one thing about the courts, I feel like they don't be feeling that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they don't be feeling that. I honestly, in my hearts of all hearts, I feel like once they feel like you are a, I don't know if you can use that word here, but you know, like cancerous, you know what I'm saying, to society, you know, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go. And like, at the least, I feel like they feel like Diddy might need some type of um protection, even from himself. You know what I'm saying? Even from himself. Because he don't seem like to have very much, even though it looked like he did, you know what I'm saying? Because he know how to organize a good time. He ain't got much control over himself and the situation. He don't. It looks bad. At the end of the day, it looks bad. And if nothing else, to me, you know what I'm saying, just my most honest opinion, I think Diddy need to be somewhere getting him some type of help. You know what I'm saying? Some type of help. You know, because I honestly think that he needs to revisit his mind and revisit his thoughts. mm, mm. He need a reality check. It just is what it is. He need a huge, huge, huge reality check. You know what I'm saying? Like no different than R. Kelly. Real talk. No different than R. Kelly. You know, kind of like R. Kelly. At the end of the day, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like R. Kelly, for instance, you got a lot of people who feel like R. Kelly wasn't committing no crimes like that. He sure feel like he wasn't committing no crime like that. Which I understand to a certain extent. But like R. Kelly needed some type of reality check, you know, and I hope he getting it. Cause at the end of the day, it's a lot of stuff that R. Kelly got to realize that he was doing that was wrong. Lots of things. Like you can't, if true, because I can honestly say they didn't talk about that stuff in court. But at the end of the day, R. Kelly, you can't lock people in a room. You know, you can't tell them when and how much they can eat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain things that he needs fixing as far as like how he was treating women and just like what he was doing. He needed a huge reality check. I take it a step further, man. Just because somebody, you can tell somebody, I don't want you to call your family at all, and I don't want you to talk to your family no more, don't mean you should. You know what I'm saying? Like he needed a reality check from all of the stuff that he had going on. You know what I'm saying? When I say all of it, you know? And like there's no guarantee that he gonna come home and treat women any better. But I bet you them people that locked him up is hoping he will. You know? Um, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I do think Diddy needs humbling, you know, and man, a whole lot of, you see. You know what I'm saying? Just if to me, if you ask me, Diddy just need just a little bit more of, excuse me, normalcy. That's what I'm looking for. Try to tell you something about my pronunciation, and that shit just started. But anyway, normalcy. You know what I'm saying? All of that he can freaking find. It just is what it is. Like he needs to, like, even in jail, he can get that. He like even this little time he been in jail, I feel like it's good for him. You know what I'm saying? Because he just needs to know what like normal life is like again. You know what I'm saying? He needs to feel that. He needs to know that. He needs to sense that. He needs to get that. Grip that. Try. Like I said, um, I don't know if I don't know. Try at this point, I don't know what did he need. Because I was about to say, seemed like he need a boyfriend and Lord forgive me. Cause I just really don't even believe that, you know. But like it just seems like he's not happy with a woman only for some reason. You see, only he knows what that's about. But like I'll take a step further. Only him and God knows what he needs. But like, yeah, child, it looks like, you see, it looks like a whole lot of fixing. Okay? It just is what it is. You see? Mm, child. So anyway, hold on. So that's that. And then hold on. And then let's talk about if he wild though. If he was to wild. But let me just say this before I talk about if he was to walk out. At the end of the day, Diddy, Diddy case, this, y'all know what? It's a high profile case. Mm, mm. And people aren't forgetting that. They won't let you forget that. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a high profile case. He a high profile man. And what I'm getting from a lot of people online is they feel like he should have been allowed to have some high price hoes. You see? And I'm just like, for real? Take the what and leave the what? Like, it's just, to me, it's just another thing in society that's like, that's where things get weird for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, regardless of how much money Diddy has, he is not, hold on. To me, he is not above the law. You know what I'm saying? He not above the law. And to me, should nobody be above the law? You know? And, like, what a slap on the face to all of us in society. You know? To, like, not be treated the same and to be treated differently is just like crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show that they be lying. They be lying. So we're not all equal. So we're not equal because our bank accounts are different. Well, say that. Say that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't, like, no. And I told y'all, I don't, listen. You see, one thing about me, I am never going to fit in with the get along, go along gang. I'm never going to. I'm never going to. Like, I am one of them people that's like, for instance, if we in the grocery store and it's a really, really long line, you know how some people are just stand there? Some people just stand there on their phone. Look up every now and then, back on their phone. Then you got some people who be looking around. Man, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? But just still standing there, but like, oh my God. Like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some people that's like, where is the manager? Where is the manager? Like I'm the person that's going to go get the manager. You see? Because I don't have time for this. Mm, mm. Yeah. And not only do I not have time for it, it's just like, help me understand. You see, just help me understand. If you like, yeah, I'm that type of person. You see, like I like it's just the information for me. So shout out to that. Like this, and then here come the manager. The manager's gonna tell me whatever it is I need to know. Sorry, ma'am, we don't have enough staff today. That's just what they were. Or I'm gonna get on the next register. I got you. Come on. You see? And I'm like, oh, you see what happens when you speak up and you just don't lay down and you don't accept any motherfucking thing? Yeah, shit happens sometimes. And like, I'm that girl. You see? Like, I like to speak up. And like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, I do feel like Diddy did some wrong. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I feel like he did some wrong. Whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they decide, they decide. But like, no, I'm not finna just, oh no, I'm not finna just, like downplay it. Like, I feel like people are trying to downplay it. And to me, That's wrong. You know, because I do think that Diddy did Cassie wrong. You know, I do look at Cassie as a witness. I mean, a victim. You know what I'm saying? A victim and a good witness. You know what I'm saying? In this case, when it comes to Cassie, to me, they didn't need nobody else, really. You know, if anything, Jane kind of tainted the case. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'll take it a step further. I mean, how can I put it? Um, Jane, damn, how can I put it? Listen, when Diddy found out he was being investigated, he probably used Jane to his advantage. That's what it looked like. It looked like he used Jane to his advantage. It looked like Jane hurt the case more than it helped it. And it looked like she might have been down with that the whole time. You see? Because Jane might want Diddy out again. Like a lot of people keep saying that Cassie probably would mess with Diddy again. I don't believe that. I believe Diddy is in Cassie's rearview mirror. Now, Jane, that's a different story. You see? Um, I think if Diddy was to be let out, Jane is, one of the few people that he will call. You see? Let's talk about it. For real, for real. Because at the end of the day, she kind of did. She kind of messed up the case a little bit, if you ask me, because she does look so down with the program. You see? Um, but at the end of the day, the police is like, no, 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 no. Come here though. You see? They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They like as a rich, wealthy man, though, you can't flex your money for cooch. You see? You gonna just have to live life like everybody else. You know? Why not just live life like everybody else? You see, it's the extra. You know what I'm saying? It's the extra. And I take it a step further. Like, it's I would say it's believing that you're so different, right? Because that was Diddy's problem. It just is what it is. Let's keep it real. Let's call a thing a thing. At the end of the day, he in trouble because he thought. You see, what he did was he thought. Um, he was living a different lifestyle because he got different money. You know, but had he would have just did things better and did things right, he wouldn't be in trouble like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with doing things the way everybody else doing? Meet you a woman, court her, do things for her, sleep with her. Like, that's what most men do. You know what I'm saying? Diddy on this extra stuff, and like that's why he in trouble and having to, like possibly throw down his wallet now. You see? Um, but at the end of the day, he does seem to have some type of rhymes with text addiction. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it. But no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Them people was like, no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Crimes was committed. It just is what it is. And they want to look at that. Like somebody that's looking for you, ready to square up, they want to look at Diddy. It just is what it is. The police want to look at him. Um, and one thing that Cassie's husband said that I agree with, he said, like, because of Cassie, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world is better off. You know what I'm saying? And I can honestly say, I kind of agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of agree with that. Because at the end of the day, like, I just feel like people's daughters are a little bit safer. You know what I'm saying? with Diddy in jail. I mean, it just is what it is. Because I don't care what nobody say. Like, even people like Young Miami Mama. Prime example. Young Miami Mama is probably like with the shits. But like when she heard all of this, she probably was like, absolutely not. She probably somewhere thinking like, are you done with him for real? Because I do not want you going back to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. It's just, it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's ugly. Truth be told, y'all, it's ugly. You know? And it's crazy too. It's crazy too, y'all. Because Diddy got so much money. He got so much money. So imagine that. Like, imagine somebody that could provide just like the most beautiful life. Like they had put up videos yesterday of his house. Man, beautiful home. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful home. But the things you want to do, like the things you want to do, like it's crazy. Like he could really, really, really provide someone the most beautiful life. Child, but that ain't what he living. That ain't even what he living. You know what I'm saying? This man takes the L out of luxury. You see? Yeah. I was like, imagine all of these beautiful, beautiful, extravagant places. He taking these women to have these nasty, nasty, nasty experiences. That's crazy. It's like they can't even look back and be like, I've been here, I've been there. Because the memory is tainted. You know what I'm saying? The memory is tainted. You know what I'm saying? Like, ugh, ew. It's gross. So, like, yeah, if he was to get out of jail, things gonna change for him a lot. I feel like things gonna change for him a lot, though, if it is to get out of jail. As far as him, like, being outside, his career, vibing with people, like, I feel like all of that is over. And then I take it a step further. I think he lost a lot of people who he thought was his friends, you know what I'm saying, during all of this, too. So I think that's all out the window, you know? Just throw it away. You see? Throw it away. Just stop the car. You see? Just stop the car. It just is what it is. I cannot think who said that. I cannot think who said that, guys. It's gonna come to me. Cause y'all know usually when I be talking about stop the car, I be thinking about Trey on Boys of the Hood. But no, a woman said that before too. But anyway, yeah. If Diddy is to get out, what do y'all think he gonna be like? Is he gonna like try to, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he gonna try to sashay back into his life like it was. I don't. I think Diddy loved limelight before all of this happened. He was already private. He was already private. He was a private fella, if you think about it. Extremely private. To me, with all of this, since all of this is blew up, I could tell. Shoot, Diddy only come outside when he got to. Other than that, he'd be happy as hell to be doing what he doing. Weekly at that. weekly. It's a weekly thing. Um, crazy. That's crazy. That is so crazy. But it is what it is. Um, but yeah, now I think he gonna be like more private, more hiding, more just out of the way. Out of the way. So I mean, he should be just somewhere thanking God and kissing the ground every day. Start over. You know, start over. If I'm Diddy, I wouldn't even want to be here no more. Not here, by I mean the USA. Like I will move out of the country. I'll be in and out probably. You know what I'm saying? Get my Russell Simmons on. It just is what it is. But at the end of the day, find peace. Find peace. And this little bit of, little bit of. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, hopefully, that's another thing. Hopefully, Diddy has been in jail long enough to realize how old he is. You see? Because that's another thing. To me, he just still living like this young boy. Yeah. Like this young fella. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, he slows down on that. But like now, just so much stuff is starting to make sense and be put into perspective. Like I couldn't figure out why Diddy wanted these young folks around him like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like he started out, I could mess with my hair, my bad, y'all. But he started out like getting his kids to get the young girls around him. And then he started using women and his kids. You know what I'm saying? He just go back and forth. But like, child, hopefully he just let it burn. Like Usher said, if they let him out and they give him another chance. Because that's the thing. I told y'all, like, once I found out Trump can pardon him, child, I down there abandoned the case. It just is what it is. I down there left it. Sure did. Cause like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know how people can like stomach that. Like as far as like the people who've been working on this case so hard. And people like Cassie. For Diddy not to do no time or to receive a pardon would be like a slap in the face to Cassie and so many others involved. And like I just I don't understand, But y'all know what the Lord says. Lord says vengeance is mine. You see, so it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta let them get it. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. And y'all know I'ma always let y'all know what I think. And at the end of the day, I think that too many crimes have been submitted to this court in this court. Okay? For them to just let him walk just free. And go to live on a golden life like Jill Scott said. I just you know what I'm saying? But I also don't see them convicting him of every single thing across the board, because I think that will be a whole lot of time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that these people feel like that. I don't think they feel like Diddy deserves a whole lot of time, if that makes sense. Seriously. It's like I see why a lot of people feel like this is just da 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 da. Because at the end of the day, to me, this is just me, y'all. Diddy is really, really mainly in trouble for what he did to Cassie. You know what I'm saying? So you beat on her and you made her do these things sometimes that she didn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? You caused her into this lifestyle. Now for that, I feel like Diddy in trouble. Now all that other stuff, I feel like he gonna get a slap on the wrist for, the Cassie thing. I think that's what he really, in trouble for. You know what I'm saying? And then when you add that, if you add the Cassie thing on to all the other stuff, because I think the only other crime he did really was like, um, well, he did though. He did do other crimes, but you know, to me, you know what I'm saying? When he had his assistants picking up stuff from the pharmacist, and it's like, what? Oh my God, what? Like that would have freaked me out. You know what I'm saying? This ninja had perks in the people name. Like that's crazy. Like, yeah, I feel like when you tie that on to what he did with Cassie, you know what I'm saying? Give him a little 10 piece and tell him to sit his little old self down. You see, go get rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? And if it's you won't, then now you got some time to sit around and think about it. And I take it a step further. You got a lot of them you can look at. You see? Yeah, you got plenty to look at now. Big, short, tall, fat, ugly, bald. Like you see, dreads, muscles. Cause y'all know, according to these S workers, Diddy like them fine like wine, child. So I know one thing, he in jail now, he got a whole lot of men to look at. You see, and maybe he just needs some time to see if that's what he really wants. Like seriously. Now he in jail, he got time to figure out like, am I always gonna need a woman? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he wrong for what he be doing too. Let's talk about it. Like it's weird. He think that like it seems like he think that like in order to like he likes to have fun with other men. Okay? You follow me? He likes to have fun with other men. But he feels like he got to bring a woman. I need the woman to bring the man. You see? So, like, maybe in jail, he could just learn to have fun with the man. It just is what it is, or whatever, Or I take it a step further. Learn to have fun without nobody, just by itself. How about that? Mm, mm. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Maybe they feel like they keep him in jail long enough, all that freaky stuff will run its course. You see? Because, like, I just, you know what I'm saying? In 10 years, he'll be 65. Maybe they just hoping at 65, you no longer need to see other people do the hanky-panky. It just is what it is. But to me, I don't care who you ask. I don't care. His ass needs to be rehabilitated. Okay. It just is what it is. And I know jail don't always do that. I know that. I know that. But at the same time, ain't nothing gonna change if nothing changes. So at least if nothing else, I feel like, yeah, keep Diddy away from his victims. It just is what it is. Like, keep Diddy away from Jane. Keep Jane away from Diddy. Please. You see. I feel like Jane is safe. With Diddy in jail. You see. I mean, it just is what it is. Because, like, at this point, I'm sure we all can agree. If Diddy was let out tomorrow, you see, he gonna contact Jane. Yeah. And just like some our favorite snack, it's gonna be on and popping. You see? So like, please don't. Okay? Just don't. Like, just okay? Like, get at least a 2-piece. You know what I'm saying? Just at least a 2-piece. Okay? I mean, it just is what it is. Diddy need To me, this is me, my personal opinion. He needs some type of time served, okay? Period. If he gonna have any type of fighting, a real fighting chance, you know, to like just do better, see better, be better. Cause like all of us, like with these ordinary bank accounts John Ledger was talking about, we just cannot believe this man. You know, it's like he fumbled his ball. He fumbled his bag, fumbled the ball, and fumbled the bag. Like, and we just like, what? You know what I'm saying? We like, what? It's almost watching your baby in Little League. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to that. It's almost watching your baby like in Little League run a touchdown, but he didn't ran the wrong damn way. It's just, you see, the disappointment. You know what I'm saying? The disappointment that the fans feel. You know, it's just like the letdown. And hopefully Diddy and Court feeling some type of that, but some of that. But like not for us though, at least for them kids. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely let them down. He let them kids down. You know what I'm saying? And now the kids is hollering, throw down the wallet. You see, just throw it down. Diddy, don't let them all suffer. Okay? So yeah, shout out to that. Janice, all of them. They gonna need the wallet. You don't make it out of this, everybody gonna need the wallet. Okay? So shout out to that. But like, yeah, whole, if he's convicted, whole empire gone up in smoke. Or oil. Child gone down with oil. It's a mess, y'all. A lovely one at that. But anyway, y'all, I will see y'all on my next video. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, okay? We have a funky good time on my channel. I keep it 100% real with myself first, okay? My audience second, Pooper Stars. That's what I do here. So shout out to that. But anyway, yes, y'all, we will be talking Diddy again in the morning. But I'll be back. All right, after I get my day started. Cause like I said, child, I just brushed my teeth and got on live. As you see, I just had to do it. If we gonna talk Diddy and fit this trial in my schedule and all of that, I just had to do it. You see, I just got to do it. And right now, for me, it's in the wee hours. But I'm coming back, Pooper Stars, and we will be talking everything else. All right, we're going to talk Christian Rock and Tia Kim. And whatever else is going on, okay? In the celebrity gossip world, y'all know what it is. Y'all come back and talk that talk with me, all right? Hit my like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all.